Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. A frightened Brady told Ava about his concerns for Rachel at the bistro. For Kristen, Brady stated, "I've been trying to put on a brave face, showing her we're going to find Rachel." Brady acknowledged that he felt bad because he thought he and Kristen had not been good parents. Rachel felt that this was what she had to do because she was so desperate. Brady stated. Brady apologized for venting his frustration on her after Ava gave him a hug. "Are you serious? We are referring to your daughter here. You should rely on me. I am available to you," Ava said. Ava was thanked by Brady. Brady remarked, "I doubt Kristen would be very happy that we're alone like this, given the way she reacted when I last spoke to her." Brady was reassured by Ava that Kristen didn't have to be informed. "I can see why Kristen is still worried about my role in this. Look, I still blame myself for Rachel's departure to some extent," Ava remarked. Brady advised Ava not to place the blame on herself. Brady emphasized, "Even Kristen acknowledged to me that you bear absolutely no responsibility for any of this." Ava was taken aback. Brady clarified that both Kristen and he were upset because they knew they were responsible for Rachel's abduction. Rachel has been experiencing problems for some time. Years ago, she ought to have been in therapy. Brady remarked, "And I should have been more firm in telling that little girl that she can't always get her way." Brady, according to Ava, could not have predicted Rachel's reaction to therapy. "However, I should have anticipated that she would react negatively when she was informed that her mother and father would never be together," Brady stated. Brady said he would have to restate that he and Kristen were no longer together when Rachel got home. Brady muttered, "I just want her to come home. Admire Days, B&B, General Hospital, or other soap operas. Participate in the discussion on our SC boards. To interact with fans and start a conversation right away, click here." During the meal, Ava told Brady about her experience of running away from home. "I've come home quickly," Ava said Brady with a smile. Brady questioned, "What caused you to flee in the first place?" Reluctantly, Ava disclosed to Brady that her mother had been abused by her father. Ava explained, "I thought my disappearance would shock some sense back into him because I was his pride and joy." Ava mentioned that her father had accused her mother of being responsible for her absence. Ava clarified that she had tried, but failed, to persuade her mother to end the marriage. "I was aware that one day he would beat her so severely that she would never recover. And he did one day," Ava remarked. Brady extended his arm to grasp Ava's hand. "I apologize." Brady remarked, "I had no idea that you had gone through all of that." Brady advised Ava not to apologize for confiding in him even if she was about to do so. "Even so, Rachel is the problem at the moment, and that's what counts," Ava stated. Brady was urged by Ava to take his dinner home so he could get some rest. As Kristen gazed at a picture of Rachel in the DiMera living room, she begged her to return home. Kristen mumbled, "The police have been predictably useless in their endeavor." When Kristen glanced at Stefano's portrait, she saw that he refused to wait for the police to find his kid. Kristen remarked, "So neither will I." Kristen unlocked the tunnel's hidden entrance. EJ walked into the room and saw Kristen as she began to enter. EJ questioned, "What the hell are you doing?" Kristen was pulled out of the doorway by EJ. "Just in case you have been too preoccupied to notice, my daughter is missing," Kristen shouted. As Kristen raged at the police's ineptitude, EJ let go of her arm. "I'm going to begin my search in the tunnels, if that's okay," Kristen stated. EJ held Kristen in place by grabbing her by the shoulders. "Looking there is not necessary." EJ contended that the CCTV evidence demonstrated that Rachel left via the front doors rather than the tunnels. EJ went on to say that he had personally examined every tunnel and found no signs of Rachel. "Where on earth is she?" Kristen gave a yelp. Kristen said she felt helpless. EJ clarified that he had given Stefano's network instructions to look for Rachel since he thought they would be more effective than the police. Given that they were not blood relatives, Kristen was taken aback by EJ's offer of a reward for his niece. Even though you were born a Blake, you are a DiMera, Kristen. You and Peter were as much Stefano's children as we were, EJ remarked. Kristen was the most like Stefano, EJ reminded her. My sweetheart, hearing you say that would make my elderly mother very unhappy. She was constantly attempting to win over my better angels, after all. Kristen added, and that was before things went wrong. Kristen admitted that she had wanted Rachel to be more like a Blake than a DiMera, which is why she had named her after her mother. Kristen acknowledged that she hadn't succeeded in that. Your mother seemed like a bit of a badass to me, even though I don't know much about Rachel Blake, EJ remarked. Kristen nodded yes and laughed. Kristen remarked, it's sad that she couldn't be a mom for the majority of our lives. Regarding Rachel's attempt to murder Stefano, EJ inquired. Only Stefano had survived the Paris explosion that Rachel had set off, according to Kristen. According to EJ, the phoenix always rises from the ashes. But not so lucky, my mother, Kristen shot back. Rachel had not spent time with her mother's side of the family, which Kristen regretted. There was no scrapbook of Kristen's stay in Armid in the desk drawer, but she offered to show it to EJ. Kristen declared, it's gone. EJ said they would locate it since a servant had moved it. Kristen said she would be devastated if the scrapbook disappeared. Kristen remarked, it's all I have of my mother. EL expressed regret at having to run an errand. Where on earth is Brady? EJ inquired. Kristen clarified that although Brady had stated that he needed a shower, she believed this to be a ruse to get him to go see Ava. I hate that hypocritical bitch. Rachel fled because of her, Kristen remarked. Kristen clarified that she still thought that if Ava weren't seeing Brady, Kristen would be with Brady and Rachel would be at home, even though she had assured Brady that Ava wasn't at fault. Chad gave his staff instructions in the Horton living room to post a photo of Rachel on the front page and to post the Amber Alert message on the paper's social media pages. JJ entered and informed Chad that the search was yielding no results. It seems like Rachel vanished into thin air, JJ remarked. According to JJ, Rachel was last seen on camera taking just her piggy bank's contents with her when she left the DiMera residence. Chad inquired as to whether Rachel may have stolen any cash from the house. I've been looking at all the transportation options, buses, trains, and airplanes, where she might have attempted to travel. Nothing as of yet, JJ remarked. Jada sent him home to recover and take a break from the quest, JJ clarified. Although there had been no new information, Chad informed JJ that he had instructed the publication to utilize its power to help with the search. I simply feel awful for Kristen. Chad remarked, her daughter is her life.